Good afternoon, everybody. Today is still Monday, September 29th, second live in one day. Yes, that's right. But today, or this video, we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, Nvidi, Misty, SMCY, PLTY, and Hooy. Hooey. All right. Hopefully the sound works. We are live on both YouTube and X. And as you can see, we had a day. We definitely had a day. You know, it was only a matter of time till Bitcoin was going to behave. Bitcoin was chilling. What was it? Was it this morning? No, 928. What was it down to? What? 10? I don't even remember anymore, but it doesn't matter. We jumped up. We're now at 114. Like, are you kidding me? So what a day. The whole market was pretty much green. But yeah, man, good day. Good day in the neighborhood. Also, great day because Strategy bought some more Bitcoin. They bought about 196, which we'll we'll cover that in the video as well. So trade-wise, who had trades? All right, that's the question of the day. So Misty, of course, had trades. I was kind of dreading the download, honestly, because, you know, when there's big up days, what happens is they typically close out some of their positions early, especially their credit call spreads, and they roll them up to a higher strike price because, again, that's why they have these, right? They have, you know, good value when there's quick upside. So, you know, it essentially offsets the damage of getting capped, and it gives them an opportunity to, you know, make some additional income instead of just being capped and limiting, you know, that upside. So for the most part, you know, a bunch of bottom closes here and there. You could see they closed out some of their synthetic and, you know, but in the end, we took a $19.4 million hit. All right. So, yeah, but we rolled up some strike prices and we're ready for more upside. So we'll take a look at the numbers in a second. All right, now here's the synthetic. They're still closing out. They're beating up on the 330, but this one is actually the closest one, you know, to making some money. And you could see 20. Oh, I didn't zoom in. Sorry about that. By the way, welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining again. I know, again, 2 lives. But again, I think I'm able to do a little more flexible schedule because, as you know, my son hurt his arm and we are not in 2 baseball leagues this time around. And the travel team only has practice on Fridays. So I think Mondays and Tuesday nights, there may be some consistent lives going on. All right. So, yeah, again, that's why I kind of never did this at night because it was just too chaotic, unpredictable schedule. But now that we can maybe get some consistency, it may be a Monday and Tuesday thing. I know a lot of you West Coast people appreciate that. So I am looking out for you guys going forward. All right. So anyway, they closed out 2,500 contracts. It cost them only, you know, 1.1 mil. Not terrible, you know, considering where we were just, you know, on Friday, right? On Friday alone. All right. So how did MSTR actually do today? They went up 5.62%. Misty captured 3.85%. All right. So, you know, is that good enough for you? It depends, right? That, you know, you be the judge. Again, it's a covered call fund. I think it's pretty good, right? Considering that's a big update. That's a big one-day jump, you know? So it's a lot to ask, you know, a covered call ETF to capture, you know, a lot of the upside. And, you know, they did capture 3.85%. What does that come to? Actually, I don't even know, right? But what do we got? Let's see. 3.85 divided by that. 68%. Again, we strive for 80. We got 68. We'll have to deal with it, but it is what it is. Anyway, the IV changed. It went from 65 to 60, unfortunately, so that dropped. But either way, again, Misty's at 14. All right, we're making progress. We're moving up. 13, not so great. 14, a little better. All right. Now let's look at what they closed out. All right. So it's not going to be pretty here. So bear with me. Ready? Covered calls, right? You can imagine they got blown through, and some of them did. The 312.50, yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. So again, MSTR closed at what? 326. So the 312.50, of course, yes, blown through. It cost $17.35 per share to close that one. So this transaction alone, this was a loss of $5.7 million. All right. Moving on. Let's keep going. Same thing here. Another 312.50, 1735. Same thing down here, 1735. So there, you know, it was one big closure at the same time. However, if you look here, they did sell some of their calls that they bought. So they made a 370 credit here and a 488 credit there. So if you look here, that's why they have them, right? So you see, you know, this is the actual income made from those calls, 4.7 mil. Does it make you feel better? Maybe, maybe not. Again, if you net all of these together here, it was a loss of 19.2 mil. Again, there's more. I think there's more down. Is there more? No, that was it actually. So yeah, for the day, you know, 19.2 mil, of course, plus whatever on the synthetic. But again, it could have been worse. It could have just been what? Just the covered calls alone, 23 mil. So obviously they went from losing 23 mil to only losing 19 mil. So again, that's the beauty of doing the credit call spreads, in case you're wondering, right? You would notice this obviously if they didn't have them in the share price as well. That crap would have been capped, but I mean, they were capped. Either way, they were capped. But this obviously helped the cap situation. If you get what I'm saying, bruh. All right, anyway. What do we got? Outstanding shares. We updated yet? No. The holdings, it's not updating, man. I don't know how long this freaking has to take. Yeah, it's not updated. Kids are just, they're playing tag. It's like, you know, that's the thing. Tag. Like, really? That of all the games, tag. All right, anyway. What are we doing here? What do you do? What do you say? All right, so this is the fund tab here. MSTR fund. So bet that coin, circulating supply. It's now at 19,927,978. That's a jump of 1,141. Did I get that right? 927? No, now it's 19,928,006. Damn. I literally just plugged this in like an hour or two ago. So wow. Wowza. And then here you can see MSTR now owns of that number 640,000 Bitcoin, right? What, you know, how much is that? I don't know. Let's should we add it up? Let's see. Take that, divided by that. Do the percentage. Make it red. 3%. Yeah, 3%. All right. Anyway, so that's an increase of 196 Bitcoin. All right. We can't even get one over here. They're getting, oh, I didn't update the MNAV. Let me update that now. The MNAV is now 1.48, which is exactly the same. So it shows that I guess they kind of moved, you know, 1-to-1 essentially with Bitcoin. At least that's what I think it's telling me. All right, now to compare all the various MSTR funds. Are you ready? Boo, boo. All right, so MSTR, again, they went up 5.62%. Misty captured 3.85%. Winter went down, but as expected, 3.89%. IMST captured more than Misty, 4.39%. MST, again, this is a leveraged fund, you know, has the most leverage of the funds. So they had a really, really, really good day. They went up 8.53%. So no one's going to beat them. MS2, they went up 4.63%. Again, pretty good. Look at MST. MSTR went up 5.62. Yeah, so that's pretty good. MSTW also leveraged. Nice day for them. 6.21%. Solid day. But lowest on the totem pole, MTYY, they only went up 1.69%. Now, again, on up days, they are limited. We know, like we call Misty capped, we call IMST capped, right? Some of these funds can be capped, but so can MTYY, because again, they are limited to what they make on the put that they sell. So, and that's it. And yet, as you can see, not the best result. But again, you don't want days like this, right? You don't want 5.62% up days unless you own MST and MSTW. All right. So you have to understand the different funds that you own and what they're good for, right? Obviously, a day like today, Round Hill's whooping ass. Defiance is whooping ass, but they're freaking leveraged. They're leveraged, bro. When MSTR was going down, we're like, oh, these suckety doodah. Now they're wonderful, right? So again, take the good with the bad. But again, if you're bullish overall on this fund, MSTR, then of course MSTW and MST, not bad options. Don't forget MS2 is also leveraged about 1.25%. So you can't forget about that. All right, so that's the update. MST is the winner. So congratulations. All right, I am the two-time YouTube champion. All right, what does that mean? That means I went live twice in one day. That's right. Freaking 6 a.m. and now 7 p.m. So in your face, sucker. No, for real. Thank you to Ambassador. I think I saw him in the chat. Shout out to him again. He was kind enough to wake up early in the morning. All great feedback on the interview, by the way, Ambassador. So people love you, which I had no doubt about that. So good time. I just want to say thank you again. So shout out to the Ambassador of Quan, aka Jonathan Quan. All right. Anyway, Group D declares again on October 22nd, and that's 23 days away. All right. Payment information. What do we got? What do you do? What do you say? All right. Synthetic income. Wah, wah, wah. All right. They lost 10.8 mil. It is what it is, bro. I mean, what do you think? MSTR has been getting whooped. So, of course, the synthetic's not looking pretty. Wait till they cash out that 140. I'm not the 140, the 410. That thing's going to be gold digger heaven, right? So, I think we have a gold digger in the audience, Tesla Groupie, right? Welcome, Tesla Groupie. No, she's not the gold digger. I'm just kidding. Or am I? All right. So weekly income, what do we got? 26.7 mil. All right. That's not bad. So far, so good. What does that generate? About 9 cents per share. All right. We'll take it. 9 cents, 8% yield. All right. Not so much. Again, it's a new cycle. Give us time. Time is on our side. All right. Extrinsic income alone, 17 cents, 16% yield. Total income would be 5 cents, 5% yield. Obviously, that's not realistic. So we have to focus on the IV. Let's think about, okay, what can we get paid on the next payment? The next payment, 65 cents, 61. Let's hope Bitcoin and MSTR, let's hope they do better. All right. Let's hope. Go. Bet the coin go up. You know what? Let's go refresh. Ooh, not really. All right, so still, it's not bad. All right. I'm tired. Let's continue. All right, so 920. It's still not updated, man. That sucks. I'm not going to put the music on because I got a lot of complaints about the music. All right. So, I listen to the people. This is the people's YouTube channel. All right. So I can't go with these numbers here because, of course, the holdings are not updated. So what I'll do is I'll just go to the other trades. I'll go in order from the top. All right. And we'll start with your boy, Mr. freaking Conehead himself. All right. For real, though. Coney, whatever. It went up a lot and they got freaking capped. 1871 to close that one. 1867, 810, not bad. 1802, 1763. Oh my God. All right. So what happened is their covered call strike prices, they were in the money. The the price of coin went well above the strike price on the covered calls. So they decided to close them early along with the long call that they purchased, again, creating the credit call spread, essentially helping capture more of the upside. So they cashed that sucker out now, and they rolled up strike prices in the end, taking a hit of about 13.9 mil. Is that all right? Maybe, maybe not. You be the judge. All right, I have to update. So TSLY, if I want to get so it'll be today, and then this will be -1. Okay. All right, I'll make this 200% for the blind people out there. All right, so how did coin? Come on. Is it not updated yet? Oh, no, I got to do freaking, what was Friday's date? Yeah. So we got what? We got to do -3. It's Friday the 26th. Hold on. Yeah, it was. All right, good. All right, so let's go to freaking Coney. Coney, how you doing? All right, coin, again, look at this day, man. They went up 6.41%. Look at this, though. Coney actually captured 5.12%, almost 80%. I mean, basically 80%, 79.98%. That is solid. That is a solid day considering freaking coin blew up. All right, now let's look at the synthetics. I mean, ridiculous, but they're not updated. Again, they're freaking not updated. The holdings, they would show 9:30 if it was updated. It's showing today's date. So this is the holdings as of this morning. So I can't really talk about Coney any further. I'm just going to go over the price movement on these funds pretty much, which is very limited, unfortunately. Hey, if they get updated, they get updated, and we can, holy crapola. Oh my God. Look, would you look at this? Robinhood went up freaking 10.93%. Like, what in tarnation? This what happens when you get added to the S&P, bro? Man, oh man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We should have bought Robinhood way back when, right? Anyway, who cares? Hooy, shall I say, Hooy went up 8.25%. That is a 75% capture. They captured 75% of the upside on a 10% update. Almost 11% update. That is insane. So Hooy is kicking. Look at the price of Hooy. $73 freaking dollars. I'm sorry, but this next distribution is going to be just pure insanity. It has to be. Fiscal year's ending 10/31. So come on, bro. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come on. All right. Anyway, holdings are not updated. So actually, I didn't even look at the trades. Sorry, my bad. Oh yeah, oh wow, they got a lot of trades. So they closed out part of their synthetics, some covered calls. Yep. So again, similar, anything that was pretty much like super green today, what they do is they don't close all of them. They typically close a portion of their positions. They buy to close on the covered call, and then they sell the long call, and then they roll the strike prices up in order to capture more upside. Oh, we got a video question. All right. This is live off dividends. Will Hooy pay out a big dividend at the end of the year due to 90% rule? If so, what you think with the synthetic being so high? Yeah, I mean, we just talked about that like a second ago. I can't tell what the synthetic is worth now because, again, the holdings are not updated. But yeah, man. The synthetic, though, yeah, it actually expires October 17th, which is before the end of the fiscal year. End of fiscal year is 10/31. So, I'd have to say yes. They're going to pay out a lot. But I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how much I do know how much they made probably from when they launched. I just don't know how much they paid out from when they launched. If you get what I'm saying. If I had those numbers, I could probably ask Drip Calc. I don't know if he's here. Maybe he knows. I'm not sure if he holds the outstanding shares the day before X date. but maybe it's something to ask, or you guys can ask him or wake him up wherever he is. All right. Anyway, so again, the holdings are not updated, so I can't really do anything. I know, lame-o video, but what can you do? It's either that or get up at 3 a.m. and make the video in the morning. But then, you know, I can't really go live because I'd be interfering. I can't go do my spaces because then I'd be interfering with my Premiere. All right. Anyway, Nvidi, how you doing? Well, they closed 500 contracts on their synthetic. Their synthetic is a 170, obviously doing well because the stock price of Nvidia is 181. And then they did about a close on some of the covered calls. Not bad. 145 per share. In the end, they made 587,000 for the day. All right, so let's take a look at Nvidi. Let's see how Nvidia performed today. Today, they went up 2.01%. And then Nvidi captured 1.45. That is a 71% capture. Is that good enough? Again, we want 80 because we're a bunch of greedy bastards and we can't help it. So it's not good enough, but hey, we'll take it. Oh, man. Thirsty. All right. Again, holdings not updated, but they only closed, what, 500? Where is it at? 500 contracts on the 185 and 500 on the 170. So the 170 is up here. Yeah, 500 is basically nothing. And then 500 on the, what, 180? Yeah, that's nothing. So you can see, you know, obviously synthetic-wise, they're making bank. Nvidia's at 181. Look at these strike prices, 165 and 170. So they're doing well, for sure. For sure. All right. Now, what about the covered calls? Again, they're in the money, 1% in the money. And then the other two are out of the money, but barely. So the rest of this, again, it's not updated. So nothing to really talk about. I mean, of course, I could talk about the IV, but who cares right now? All right, let's go to PLTY. PLTY did not have trades. See? N and then Q. N and then Q. I'm pretty sure that's the alphabet. So P is missing. So let's just see what the price movement was. And here we go. Wow, weak sauce. Palantir. Of all the funds, right? What happened, man? They only went up 0.72%. Bunch of weak bastards, you. Anyway, PLTY captured more. PLTY captured 0.73%. That is a 101% upside. Not just 80, but more than 100%. So we will take it. I'll take it. All right, so since they had no trades, we can now look at the synthetic and the covered calls positions. 160 is their synthetic. Obviously, Palantir is well above that at 178. So that's sitting pretty. Again, I don't know what it's worth on paper because the holdings are not updated, but this is actually legit. This we can use. The covered calls are 2, 3, and 4% out of the money. Again, we got 4 trading days left in the week. So far, so good for here. And we'll see how it goes. And we'll take it from there. All right, so let's go now to SMCY for the SimC. Sucker! Oh, no trades. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I like. No trades. You know, no trades. I know. All right, SMCI, how you doing? They went up 1.16%. That's not a lot. And SMC, what? Bro, not cool, bro. 0.46% on a something wrong here. Something wrong. I don't even trust the data. 39% capture on a 1.16%. They must be in the money. They must be in the money, right? They must be in the money. All right. Anyway, let's look at their synthetic. They got a $40 synthetic. How you doing? We're doing all right. This SMCI is at 46. Covered. They're not even that in the. There's only one in the money. Again, it depends. I guess it depends on the IV. A couple other factors. So we don't know. So let's not get too angry. After all, it's almost bedtime. But we are what? 0.78% in the money. Then we're 1 to 4% out of the money. Are they safe? I don't know, man. I don't know. Today was insane. Insane. Everything was up, except open. and a couple others. But yeah, I don't know. Crazy day. All right. T to the S to the L to the Y. Tesla, yeah, they were super green early in the day, actually. Let's see if they had no trades. Yes. 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 I won. I won. I won. All right. I know I did that quote before, but can you remember what that's from? I won. I won. All right. Anyway, Tesla went up 0.63%. Tesla, yeah, captured 0.64%. So that's what I'm talking about. 100% upside. Okay. I mean, what more do you want? They're collecting freaking options, premium selling, covered calls. They're tracking the underlying one-to-one, at least today. Vegas vacate. See, you know, dividend degenerates. You're a good dude. I don't care what they say about you. No, you have a great name and you're good with movies. So good job there. All right. So what do you got here? Synthetic position, 415 and a 420. Everyone's favorite holiday. All right. How's Tesla doing? 443. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. I'd say so. Wait till they cash out these synthetics. You're gonna be like bank, 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 bro. Bank, 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 bro. We're gonna create a new song called Bank Bro. All right. Now, even though, right? Oh my God. Even wait. Didn't Tesla go up a little? So Tesla did go up a little, and we captured all of it and more. And we're in the money on 3 of the strikes. You gotta love it, man. Again, IV's juicing up and the right, maybe. I don't know. Again, a lot of factors involved, right? We'd have to compare the holdings from the day before to today, which again, they're not even updated today. But honestly, I don't even care at this point. But what you need to know is they have 5 strike prices. 3 of them are in the money. 2 of them are out of the money. So it seems like they're doing what? They are letting it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. All right. So they're just letting it be, like we said. All right. I'm just curious, what is the IV? 61 to 68. Yeah, so that's pretty damn solid. That's not bad at all. All right, so that's the coverage on the covered call ETFs, as they say. All right, so now let's take a look at SLTY and ULTY. We can only look at the trades again because the holdings are not updated. I know I said it 50,000 times, but just a reminder. All right, SLTY, they made about 98,000 today, thanks to Bloom and Mara. Hello, Mara, 74,000. Mara actually had a really good day today. Duolingo, Circle, yeah, they all made money. They all made money. What about Ulti? You making money, bro? No, they lost about 3.8 mil. Actually, Upstart made 3.8 mil. However, Robinhood lost money. How the hell they lose money today? Capity Duda, that's why. But again, you know, what are they holding? Actually, we go to the holdings. I know we can't really see the holdings, but obviously, you know, when they cash out, I don't know if they hold the underlying or what they do synthetic wise, but you know that part's got to be making money. But obviously, their covered call got blown through on Robinhood, Hims and Hers. Who else? I mean, those are the big factors here. That those two alone, 9.5 mil. Thanks to others though. They're making some, you know, some money along the way, but yeah, man. But rough day, 3.8 mil. All right, Ulti, can we see the price movement? Let me just double check. Yeah, we can. All right. So they did go up though for the day. They went up 0.73%. Again, you know, what people are going to wonder, you know, the market was super green. Why can't Ulti go up? Again, it depends what they hold. It depends on their underlying. It depends on their covered calls. All right. It's not as simple as, well, the market's up, so Ulti's going to go up, right? Even the Qs, bro. The Qs barely went up. Look at point. That really, I mean, that's surprising, actually. So, yeah. Wow. 0.46%. Weak. Unless they pay dividends somehow. I don't know. Today their X date. But I don't know. They're showing they only went up 0.46%. What about SLTY? They go up today? No, actually, they had a rough day. They went down 1.57%. And then YQQQ went down 0.55%. Ouchie. All right, let me just double check Misty holdings real quick. All right, they're still showing 929. All right, now to talk about my options trades. Are you ready? All right, anyway, for real. As I said, I'm going to be selling covered calls on my Misty, especially on green days. All right, so you know what happens when I sell covered calls on Misty? Bitcoin goes up, MSTR goes up, and Misty goes up. So you're welcome, because now I am Capity Duda. So I took one for the team. I sold 2 covered calls on my Misty, and now Misty's going up. So I just want to say in advance, you're welcome. All right, I'll take one for the team. I don't really care because I'm making premium. All right. How much did I make on this trade? I made 45 cents. I sold a covered call. At the time, it was 13.81. Yes, I know it's above 14 now. Whatever. But I sold a covered call at 14. Expiration date 10/24, 1 day after ex-dividend date. That means even if I get assigned on the expiration date, I will qualify for the distribution. But also keep in mind, it will drop on ex-dividend date. So even if, say it's $14.50 and they pay 80 cents, it's going to drop, right, to what, $13.70 or so, and then I'll be safe and, not assigned, right? So again, it's just something to consider. The options, the premium sucks. I mean, I yielded 47%. It's not bad. I mean, it sucks, like, considering it's Misty, it's MSTR, it's Bitcoin, right? So, but still, this is an options account. The account that I'm covering, it's options only. All right. Misty's like kind of the last buy and hold I had. But again, I'm just going to do options on it. I'm going to do options on it. And that's it. I'm really going to buy and hold Misty on the dividend car account, as you know. People keep asking, by the way, where is your dividend car update? It still happens at the end of the month. But I guess I forgot, the thumbnail is different. You will see the car in the thumbnail, the van or whatever it is, but it's part of an overall account update, which includes Retire Now. It includes my X income, my YouTube income. I go through it all because I'm sharing the whole journey. Why the hell not, right? All right, video question. Would you consider covering WPay or the other fund of funds? What's the other fund of funds? How can you, well, again, I'm considering adding Roundhill to my Sunday video to do, like, add it to the guesstimate, only because I think it won't be that hard. I could consider doing 1 day a week Roundhill coverage. Again, I don't know. It depends on the interest. But, a lot of you are telling me you want to hear about other funds, and I am listening. So I am working on that. So again, I'm working on Granite. I'm working on Rex. I can work on Roundhill. I believe a lot of you do like Roundhill. I believe size-wise, they're probably number 2 behind YieldMax, actually. But yeah, options. Let's go. Let's go. All right, question. Hypothetically, if you were to start a wheel on BMNU, how are you doing it? BMNU, that's the double leverage, right? They don't have options yet, though. Yeah. So BMNU is the T-Rex 2X BMNR fund. Long, of course. It's $27.82. It was cheaper. It blew up today. But the question is, how would I start a position on that fund? I would sell puts. Sell puts. And I know the next question is, at what strike? I don't know, man. It depends. Like, you'd have to look at the chart of BMNR. Like, are we at all-time highs? Does it track Bitcoin, Ethereum? I don't know. Like, we'd have to look at the chart. My guess is crypto's been taking a hit lately. So I'd probably be okay selling puts, decently out of the money, but not too far. Again, but this is going to be nuts. The IV is not updated, but do I have BMNR in here? I don't. All right, I'll add it in between. Hold on a second. right, so we'll do BMNR. And then we'll copy all this jazz. All right, so that one, again, BMNR has a 118% IV. What does that mean? That means this is going to be double that or close to it, right? So let's just say about a 230% IV. That is insane. Insane. And I just, am I going to play options on BMNR? Yeah, probably. I mean, hello, look at that IV. How do you avoid that IV? Pay the Piper says, we want Round Hill. All right, so yes, IV is sick, brah, sick. By the way, we have 669 people on from YouTube and X. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's go through some of my trades. I went through Misty. So again, for Misty today, I made 45 bucks. For TSLL, again, today was the 29th. I did not do any trades. I have 500 shares of TSLL, 500 with covered calls. 2 covered calls expiring Friday, 17 and 16. These are pretty deep in the money, 18 and 23%. To be honest, I am hoping Tesla goes down because it's been on such a run that I'm ready for a break. You know, I'm ready for it to chill out, right? Chill the hell out, bro. Go down. Elon, just do something. Post something. I don't know. Just go down. Go down, man. Go down. Go down, Cletus. And then we could sell puts, right? I do have some puts, but I could probably close. I didn't even look how much they cost to close, but it's like, why even bother at this point? I just don't, you know, they're safe. They're safe. But anyway, so obviously for TSLL, I haven't made any money for this week. The next weekend is 10-3. Obviously, you can see that's at 0. By the way, tomorrow's the last day of the month of September. So, yeah. All right. What does that mean? That means I'm going to do the monthly update. I'm going to do the dividend car update, the retire now update, the YouTube income, the X income, which is shit lately. But, you know, I'll do it all. And then I'll cover my bills and see how soon I can retire on dividends, which is not soon enough. All right, TNA, Dynamite, no trades because they were green today as well, although they did flip red at some point, but still, man, they're just priced so damn high. But if they are any type of red tomorrow, I am starting my new TNA wheel. I even have the ticker plugged in. I'm ready to go because I consider this one gone. It's gone, you know, gone, girl, gone, baby girl, you're gone. You know, your favorite song? Who sings that song? Anyone know? Anyone know? Anyone? Tesla delivery. Didn't they do? They did something today. I thought they announced something today. What put would you sell? I don't know, man. You'll find out as soon as they have an options chain. I'm jumping on that crap. So you know, pay it. We'll do it. I'll post it in the Wheel Warriors on X. All right. Maybe we'll do a group. If Groupie's in too, we'll do a group BMNR degenerate. Well, not so degenerate. We'll play it maybe safe on the first one. Are you trying to tempt me? Mock, yeah, ing, yeah, bird, yeah, mockingbird. I love that movie. Liar, liar movie reference for the song. No, you're talking about Gone? Come on, it's Justin Timberlake, man. Get with it. Get with it. All right. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. What are we doing? What are we even doing here? All right. I went a little thug nasty here on open. I went 3 puts. I sold 3 puts. Yeah, that's right. That's right. What are you gonna do about it? Anyway, I sold a put that expires on 10/17, and then another one on 10/17, $7 and $6. Look at the deltas, pretty safe, right? 0.23, 0.11, but really, is anything safe on open? Probably not. So what did they pay me? $45, $18. So one was yielding 130, the other 60. Now the other play, it was a Halloween play where I tried to earn, $100. So it's just something fun we're doing on the Will Warriors community on X, is try to make $100 for a Halloween once a week. And what I did is I sold a put, again, expiration date Halloween, number of days till expiration 32, $8 strike price. Out of the money, yes, but still not by much. So the delta on that was 0.35, and that brought in $1.13 per share, or $113. And that's a yield of 161%. So already for this week, let me make sure I update this formula. R8 should be cut off, right? Yeah, okay. So for this week already, I've made $176. And by the way, I own 100 shares now, because as you may remember, I did get assigned 100 shares last week. But I ain't selling covered calls when freaking opens down like this. So I'm going to wait. There's no rush. Again, I feel good about this stock. I really do. I think it's a smart idea. I like the new CFO. He seems just so motivated. I know the other guy, is it Greg Jackson or someone? He's trying to get Drake to sign up. Not quite sure what that's about, but hey, we'll take it, man. We'll take what we can get. So yeah, that's pretty good numbers on open. I think I saw a question. Let me go back a little bit. All right. So this is from BW King. All right. Would you be better off just transferring Misty shares to car account? Not sure of tax implication of selling, since return of capital cost basis isn't calculated to the end of the year. Now, again, like I said, I'm selling puts on the other account to buy Misty that way. And this account, I'm selling calls. What I could do is sell puts aggressively in the other account to make sure I do get assigned to replace, these shares. But no, it's not that big a deal that I'll transfer. I mean, who cares? You pay the taxes. Although most of Misty this year, and this is just my guess, I would say it's safe to say 100% return of capital. Again, just my guess. What the hell do I know? Last year was essentially almost 0% return of capital. All right, so let's see. 3 puts on open is the ultimate degenerate play. Yes, it is. Yep. And now look what I got. I got 6 puts. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Yeah, I did 3, but one at a time. Okay. I never do more than one at once. Wolf has 1 put, 750 on open. If it doesn't get assigned, it will be 3 weeks without being assigned. Getting paid pretty good. Yeah, 750. I mean, that's super safe. Someday I want to learn how to do options. Right now, I just do ETFs. Well, 5-0, that's why we're here. All right. So, if you're on Discord, join the Discord. We have a bunch of options geniuses in the options trading channel. If you're on X, join the Will Warriors group. Okay. Wolf, he does like safe. That's for sure. All right. Anyway, let's move on. AMDL, I didn't do crap with them today. They were green, and I don't even care about them. RCAT, they were green too, so I didn't do anything with them. ST, yes, we're going to call it ST. I can't help it. Let me tell you about this one, man. The IV is it on my watch list? I guess I got to add it since I traded it. And yes, I'm doing more like degenerate plays because the market is just so damn green that I honestly feel more comfortable trading these degenerate plays that are actually dipping. Look at the IV on this thing. Would you look at this? Look. Do you see what I mean here? I'm basically trading IV. I'm selling IV. I'm collecting premium on IV. Forget what the heck Strive is. Forget about the ST. Look at this IV. This is nuts. So I'm having fun with it. I'm going to abuse the crap out of it, and I'm going to collect the premium that I can. They did a merge, right? Some merger with a company, right, that owns a lot of Bitcoin, the 12th most Bitcoin out of everyone. So you got that going for you. Oh, although I'm reading bad things everywhere. I don't know. I don't know enough. But again, what I do know is I'm making some bank on this premium. So check this out. I sold a put on them again today. Expiration date Friday. That's right, this Friday. The current price was $224. I sold a put for $250, so it was 11% in the money already. The delta on that was 0.56. Look at what I got paid, $50. So think about this. I put up $250 to get paid $50. All right? You understand this here? You understand this? So basically 20%. They paid me 20% of what I put up. So how can you go wrong? Look at the annualized number, 1,260%. All right. So I'm getting all the ST that I can. That is for damn sure. All right. And this is just the start. So if ST dips tomorrow, you know there's going to be ST put right here tomorrow. If ST stays flat, there's going to be another put tomorrow. If ST goes to the moon tomorrow, all right, fine. I'll just probably, I don't know. Maybe I'll let it be. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But again, that IV is just, it's really unheard of. I don't know. So I made $50 on ST. So not bad. So weekly income so far. Check this bad boy out. Ready? 226. 226. I don't know my goal yet. I have to calculate it. The problem is Misty pays towards the end of the month. I don't even know how much Misty I'm going to have at the end of the month. I don't know what Misty's going to pay towards the end of the month. But I'll plug these numbers in after the month end update. So we'll figure it out what we need. But again, I'm going to try to shoot for at least $500 this week. I think we could do it. All right. Also, actually, let me pull up. I did add open to my open position so you can see now we're kind of like where we stand. And then there's TNA and then there's TSLL. But I do have leaps, as you know. TSLL, I bought a put. The expiration date on this is March 20th, 26. So TSLL, it didn't really go super green by the end of the day, so I'm not really too concerned. Again, it's a $19 put, so I need TSLL to go down a decent amount for this to make money, especially on the, in the immediate future. However, if it doesn't, I do have time. I do have plenty of time. And as you know, Tesla goes up and Tesla goes down. So when Tesla does go down, I'm going to make some money on this put. If it doesn't go down, obviously, I'll lose whatever I paid, which will be $515. But honestly, I honestly think I'm going to make money on this. It's just a matter of time. MSTU, I was doing good today, man. That thing was worth, how much did I pay for this? $134. I paid $134 on what, Friday? I think it was worth like 160 something. So I was up like $30, which is not bad. But my greedy ass said, nope, I'm waiting. Because Bitcoin, I don't know. I got a good feeling we're going to have a decent run. So I'm just going to let this MSTU call. I'm going to let that be, And then, of course, I got the open calls, but open went down today. I was going to add my another call back, but it wasn't cheap enough. If it goes down a little more, maybe I'll add another leap for open. But I have so much damn exposure on open now. I probably gotta chill. To be honest, I gotta smack myself in the face and be like, "Chill out, bro. Don't be stupid, bro." But I can't help it. Can't help it. All right, so I think that's my update. It's pretty much it on the options. So, do I want to look at Misty holding? Of course, it did get updated. All right, so should we? Yeah, I'm gonna cue some music. I know you guys are gonna cry, but Let's do night driving. It's nighttime. We'll do 30. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. Question: would like to see Granite Shares yield boost coverage along with WPay. Smitty the order. Well, Granite Shares, we're working on that spreadsheet still. 5-0 investor been. Well, that's good because the Wolfpack, I'm going to start doing more options videos and hopefully it'll help, especially beginners. Okay. I like this guy. I like, how do you say, Guerrero or Guerrero? I want to make bank, bro. I want to get ass, T. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Bitcoin 150K. Soon, right? No music, man. You people got to stop being cranky. I can't even barely hear the freaking music. Yeah, it's under Wolfpack membership. I deleted Wheel Warriors, Rod. So that, I think you got refunded. You should have. And then you'd have to, it's not going to automatically sign you up for the lower membership. So you'd actually have to sign up for the Wolfpack. And then you could be part of that video. But I'm going to send you the StreamYard if I haven't already. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But yeah, it's through the Wolfpack now, which is obviously a fifth of the price. See, Guerrero, I like the music. Let it cook. We cooking. Music at 20%. It probably is. You tried twice and the Wolfpack link doesn't work. All right. Let me try something. Go here. Go here. Memberships. Copy this. Oh, Smitty did it. Here, try that link. Yeah, it's refreshed. I can see Smitty the order. Oh, there he is, RLD Wolfpack. Okay. All right, let me update Misty data while you all figure that out. But thank you for joining Smitty the order. Yes, you did. How come it doesn't show? It just says YouTube member. It doesn't show the membership. Clive likes the music. That's right. Now we're just cruising along here. All right, so let's see what we got. We got 34,925. 3460, 34. Why'd they split up to 330 like this? I don't understand why that happens. Sorry, catch up on the comments. Wolfpack. There we go. Sunita's in, so that link worked. All right. We're making Wolfpack members by the minute here. Who else? Who else? Anyone else? All right, what do we got? Sell call. Let me just fix this stuff. All right, so 10-3. All right, so if you look at this, I know it's probably hard to see. Actually, let me zoom. So the synthetic put, it's 3 lines. The call is split up in 4. However, the 330, I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. There's nothing different about it. But that happens sometimes. I don't know why. I don't really, probably shouldn't care, but again, it's just kind of interesting, I guess. All right, so what else here? Let's look at the value. So the value of the Misty fund is 4.1 bill. The NAV is 1404. Trade price is 1403. Synthetic, on the paper. Again, we'll look at the 410. It's a gold digger. It's a gold digger. It's a gold digger. I'm not saying, man, I can't do it. Way too tired. But yeah, man, it's a gold digger. Nothing more to say there. So the 330 H4, yep. Plus, we want 25 and 27. Or the 25 plus 27. And then last but not least, we got the 345 up in here, the 5 plus the 26. Okay. All right. So again, all negative. So all gold diggers. And then obviously we just add up the weeklies. The reason we do that, well, I never talk about it, but the reason we do this is just to see how much it would cost to close all of the positions for the week. And it would cost about 101 mil right now. All right, synthetic contracts. Let's see where we stand there, what they total, 24 to 27. Okay, there's 130,115. How much of that are they selling covered calls? Let's see. 77%, which means 22% is left over to capture 1-to-1 upside. But of the covered calls, how much are actually, credit call spreads? %. So about half of them are, with credit call spreads, if you care. All right. So yeah, that's the update on Misty. I'm not really going to go through the rest of the shebang because probably, everyone's going to click off by now anyway. I'm just going to go through some comments and maybe we'll call it a night. This is from Jacob Wagoneer. Hey, bro, thanks for all the updates. I seriously think I've watched every one for the past 2 years. That's awesome. Thank you. You are welcome, and thank you for watching. What is my day job? I do accounting at a corporate company, just the typical, 9 to 5. Well, let's just say 8 to 5, right? And yeah, hit buttons on a keyboard. You know how it is. Yeah, Cynthia took our money, that's for sure. Chatty night. Yep, pretty much. Yes, brother, thank you for asking. But yes, tomorrow morning, if you're on Twitter, aka X, click my name, and I will be doing a Spaces during my commute with Ambassador of Quan. And of course, you guys, whoever joins, request the mic and we'll talk. Shoot the shit, nothing serious. It's just fun chitter chatter. S brother, he has fun. Jay wants out. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, well, I use Excel in my job, not Google. It took me a while. It's a little different, but I kind of like Google. Well, I like Google better because it's free. Well, I need. Actually, I'm fasting starting tonight. Well, starting after dinner. I'm gonna fast till Wednesday at dinner time. Bye, Erwan. Later. Worst investment? What's the worst investment? Spaces is fun. Change my name to match my Discord. Good. That's what you should do. I hate when people have multiple names. I never knew who the hell anyone is. It's just like a guessing game. Well, then drink it to fast. It's too late. If I have drink, it's usually before dinner. But I gotta wrap it up soon. Any final thoughts? There you go. See, brother confirms, right? Brother confirms, and he was on the hot seat, and he made it through, and he comes back. So what does that say? All right, let's check Bitcoin one more time before we call it a night. Yeah, not bad, not bad. My 3-year-old is still loud and does not sound tired. Look at this name, Tracy Lishlish. Tracy Lishlish. What's up, Tracy Lishlish? Best way to be informed when driving. Have you found the bi-weekly ETF? Yeah, the Defines Fund, QLYD, I think. What about it? 50 loves the channel. We love you, 50. All right, I think I gotta wrap it up. I'll wrap it up unless you guys have more questions. But as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow night I'll be live again, probably at 7. So hopefully you all can join. Maybe 6. We'll see. And then we'll do the same thing, same old thing. All right, like this old thing. All right. If you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Outside of that, I got nothing really, except I guess keyword. So if you made it this far in the video, the second video, and you want to prove it, you gotta type the keyword. My keyword is sleep, but what is your keyword? All right. What does anyone have a keyword? Go to bed, right? Go to bed, the keyword. Green Day. Your favorite band. Double dip. Yeah. Double dipping on YouTube. BTC. Nap. Well, it's more like bed. Run. Man, you guys are all over the place. 2 scoops. Oh, nothing's clicking. We got 933 people on. Nothing's clicking here. YieldMax changes. Yeah, they did post they're doing some changes. Open door. Wine. Raisin Bran. Man, we got some crazy ass keywords. Sheets. I'm thinking. Tracy Lishlish. I think I want that to be the keyword. Tracy Lishlish. Yeah. Only because I've never seen the username and I just think it's funny. So, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to type the keyword. Keyword is Tracy Lishlish. Because welcome, Tracy Lishlish. And you are the keyword because of your username. It's being fun to say. So yeah, if you made it this far in the video, you got to type it in, or else it doesn't count, and you didn't make it to the end of the video. All right. So you got to type in Tracy Lishlish. lish, maybe more lishes than that. You can type in all the lishes you want. All right, that's all I got for today. Just want to say to everyone, thank you for watching, and have a good night, and go to bed. We'll talk tomorrow. Actually, we'll talk in the morning, 6:30 a.m. Get up, set the alarm. Get up. I'll see you all then. Later.